Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Monday evening. It is about 7:30 p.m. I think it's 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time here in Denver, Colorado. I'm at Infinity Park, which is right across the street from my apartment. Stan, Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And you guys see this? Yeah. Steven, Namaste. So right across the street, not across the street, on the other side of the park is movie night. So every Monday night from 7:30 p.m. till whenever, Pedro, Namaste, they do a movie night. So there's not a lot of people there, maybe 20 people, but there's like a couple thousand people in this neighborhood. Brittany, Namaste. And the movie for tonight is The Princess Bride, one of my favorite classic movies of all time. It's actually one of the few movies that I have downloaded on my Amazon account because it's so funny. It brings me back to such a sweet time in my life. 1987, 7 years old, not a care in the world. School was easy, had plenty of friends, got to be driven around by adults everywhere. My dad gave me cash on demand, didn't have a job. The good old days. So I got to sit and enjoy The Princess Bride with my brothers who are 10 and 11 years older than me. And it's a classic. It's a classic romantic story. And at that time in my life, I was definitely a romantic at heart. I still have the romantic at heart thing going on. It's still there. It's still there. I do my best not to let it get beaten down by my own weaknesses, negative tendencies, and life itself. My hair is looking super crazy today. Ashley, Namaste. Welcome to the party, girl. So I was thinking of a topic, right? You guys know I usually come up with a topic on the fly. We talk about it for 15 or 20 minutes, and then you guys throw in your comments, your questions, your add-ons to that. Oh, that's a much better angle. Yeah. And so I thought a good topic for tonight would be sometimes you get along with other people better than others. And there's a belief of what I've noticed on the spiritual path that if you are a spiritual person, a yogi, a meditator, a healer, that you have to be hunky-dory and harmonious with everybody. Like everyone's your best friend. It's all love, nothing but love. But I realized that there are some people that you're compatible with. Fulguni, Namaste. There are some people that you're compatible with for many reasons, karmic reasons. You've had a lot of connections and interactions with them in previous incarnations. It also could be you guys have very powerful either lessons to learn from one another, or you have powerful projects, Avani, Namaste, to do with one another, right? So you have lessons to learn with them, you have projects to do with them for the purpose of moving the divine plan forward. What is the divine plan? The divine plan simply means evolution. Everything is evolving, everything is moving to higher and more subtle rates of vibration, right? So the mineral kingdom is evolving, the plant kingdom is evolving, the animal kingdom is evolving, the human kingdom is evolving, the angelic kingdom is evolving, radiating, yeah! Nothing like radiating. Oh, and I'm holding not one, but 2 candies because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go for moderation today. I'm going to go all out. The sky here is amazing. I don't know if you guys can fully see that. I took a couple pictures. I'll be posting them on Instagram, maybe throw 1 or 2 on Facebook. The sun's down, so it's not as amazing, but it's pretty funky. How do we handle the mysterious Chinese illness? Yong no mo? Young Nomo, that's funny. Ashley says, wow, when you see the pictures that I took like 15 minutes ago, that you will say wow at. This is kind of like a little darker. So, Chemena, Namaste. So, that's part of the thought process that as spiritual people, we're supposed to get along with everybody. But look, just because we're spiritualized people doesn't mean we're completely refined and one with God, one with all. So a spiritual person is still working on their stuff, and they are better at seeing somebody as they are, meaning they're a soul having a human experience. And in that human experience, they say and do mean hurtful things, inconsiderate things, unaware things. So the spiritualized person will look at that younger soul with compassion. Kitty, Atman Namaste, good to have you back on 2 days in a row, right? So it's kind of interesting to think about it from that perspective, that on one level, you're like, that guy is such a douche. I'm going to remove myself from him immediately. And then on the other higher level, you're like, hey, that guy's a douche now, but maybe he's had a very difficult life and he's working through some stuff and he's become a better person through the process. Or you can look at it like, wow, when I was that person's age, or when I had that person's experience, I was also a douche, right? So you have compassion for that person. But here's the thing. They're turning up the volume. Here's the thing. Just because we have unconditional love, and most of us don't, Alam, Atman Namaste, but we're moving towards unconditional love. We're moving towards unconditional love. Just because we have unconditional love does not mean we have no boundaries for the people that are in our lives. So I know firsthand that the masters in pranic healing are super loving, super kind, super generous, super patient, super tolerant with all kinds of people, different ages, different sexes, different sexual orientations, different challenges, like you name it, they pretty much have seen it, working with tens of thousands of people around the world, right? But they also have healthy boundaries, and they're like, if somebody gets out of line, they give them space to make a mistake, but they also quickly correct that mistake and say, look, this is not acceptable. And I think we need to apply that more and more in our lives with the people closest to us, as well as the people we work with professionally, that we can love people, we can be compassionate and kind and understanding and tolerant towards people, but we also have to be very clear on what our boundaries are. So if somebody is speaking to you in a disrespectful way, look at it clearly. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't overreact. Look at it clearly. See where the person is coming from, what state of mind that they're in. Are they even going to be receptive to your feedback? And if they are, you say, you know what, Tom? The way you just spoke to me is not acceptable. This is why it's not acceptable, and I would appreciate moving forward you communicate with me like this, right? So that's healthy boundaries, which is solar plexus chakra. But you don't have to come from an aggressive position when you're expressing your needs, wants, and desires with another person. And I'm still working on that, right? I did a stream about this maybe a week and a half ago, that one of my lessons was I'm now able to clearly articulate myself when something is bothering me to another person, Letty, Atman Namaste, without losing my cool energetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when someone is mad, even if externally they look like they have a smile on their face. Why? Because you sense something going on with them. You feel their energy, and you're like, he's got a smile on his face, but that guy is super pissed off and he's boiling mad. Maria, Atman Namaste, right? So that would be my little tip or suggestion for you guys for this evening, is to realize that, look, we don't have to get along with every single human being on the planet. Even Grandmaster Chogo Koksui, the modern founder of pranic healing and Arhatic yoga, he says there are certain people that you need to keep at a distance. I'll say that again. There are certain people that you need to keep at a distance, right? Because those people are young souls, they're immature souls. They say and do things that are immature, that are cruel, that are mean, that are hurtful, that are lacking consciousness and awareness, right? And you have to put your foot down. You got to drop the hammer. You got to say, that is not acceptable. And it's funny because I'm not doing this with pride. I'm doing this with actually my own reflection on it. Most every single person in my life, luckily, and I'm super grateful for this, treats me with respect, treats me with kindness, treats me with respect, treats me with tenderness, with compassion, with patience, with mercy. Almost every single person in my life, professionally and personally. And I'm like, now I'm having my own realization of like, wow, I guess I can't be reaping that harvest if I hadn't previously sown those seeds. Now, have I pissed people off in the past? Absolutely. Have I hurt people's feelings in the past? Absolutely. Without a doubt. I've had my fair share of destroying relationships in the past. Personal, intimate, professional, you name it. And it was actually really interesting. I thought to myself, man, I got a long way to go, right? I got a long way to go. And then one of the master pranic healers was sharing one day that when he was sitting down in meditation, he was practicing forgiveness. And as he was practicing forgiveness, he saw in the inner world a Colosseum of people that he had hurt. A Colosseum of people that he needed to ask for forgiveness from. Obviously, it's not from this lifetime only. It's from multiple lifetimes of him doing the work that he did and the person that he was, that he had a beautiful opportunity to glimpse into the past of like, oh, whoa, I hurt a lot of people, like a lot of people. So, and I kind of connected that to a stream I did a few days ago as well of somebody slapping me in the face from the past. We connected on social media. We had an interaction, and it was like this big cyber slap in the face of the person I was 5 years ago. So when you realize that sometimes you don't show up as the best person in life, you don't show up the best way that you know how to be for yourself and for others, it's a very humbling experience if you're aware, if you're present, if you're understanding. But you just have compassion and you move forward, right? So the people in your life that are giving you difficult times, understand them. Practice love with them. Practice compassion with them. Practice patience and tolerance with them. And then after all of that is said and done, there may come a point and a realization of, you know what? We need to end this friendship. We need to end this relationship. This is not moving you forward. It's not moving me forward. This is no longer healthy. And one of the meditations or intentions I've had in my meditations for the past about 7 months is the word healthy. Yolis, Namaste, also known as Yolanda, has been healthy, healthy, healthy. That keeps coming into my awareness. Healthy. Is this relationship healthy? Is this exchange healthy? Is this connection healthy? And healthy can mean many different things for many different people, but in essence, healthy is where the energy is fast, it is vibrant, it is bright, it is smooth. You feel good when you're with the other person. You make them feel good, they make you feel good. It's this like dance of beautiful energies versus an unhealthy connection or relationship with another person where there's anger, there's frustration, there's lack of tolerance, there's fear, there's anxiety, there's criticism. It feels heavy, it feels isolating, it feels not so healthy, right? That would be an unhealthy relationship. Those are the kinds of relationships I'm suggesting that you stay away from and do not cause. Hari Namaste, and do not cause. Because it's very easy for us to look outside of ourselves and go, well, the reason my relationship with so-and-so isn't working is because of them. They're showing up mean, cruel, intolerant, misunderstanding, yada, 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 yada. May be the case. But also look back on ourselves and go, all right, relationships are a two-way street. How am I showing up with this person? Am I showing up in a loving, kind, understanding, patient, tolerant way? What's going on? Look, it's a little nugget. There he goes. I've always loved the word nugget, peanut. What's the other word? There's another word that I love. Nugget, peanut. French fries kind of cool. I forget the other word. Anyways, love super tiny kids. Like 2 years and younger, they're like the funniest. They're always stumbling around. They're just getting some words down. They just run forever. Did you guys see the little cute kid? Super adorable. Anyways, so you have to also look at yourself and go, hey, relationships are a two-way street. How am I showing up in the relationship? You're right, he was a ninja, a tiny ninja. Stacy, namaste. What's going on, girl? The referral that you sent me, her and I have been playing phone tag for the past week, but she is in Denver. She's coming in for healing. She's just trying to get it onto her schedule because she works 15-hour days. Manny, namaste. Welcome to the party, my Colorado Springs brother. You're eventually going to get your butt up here to Denver, and we're going to have coffee with each other or a smoothie. It's on Manny, it's on me. Manny, come to Denver. It's on me. So, what brought this topic up tonight for me was something I heard a comedian saying about how within the first few seconds of an interaction, you have a pretty good idea if you're going to jive, connect, and mesh with that person, right? And so I think that's a pretty good rule of thumb, because everyone I think about who is near and dear to my heart and very close with me, we connected with each other immediately. And then the ones that I had to struggle and fight and claw my way to a connection with, it didn't last. And the process of connecting with them wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't fun. It wasn't joyful. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't easy. The energy didn't flow. It didn't flow. Also, I don't know if you guys can relate to this one or not. Ooh, look at that sky. I don't know if you can relate to this or not. Number one, pulling teeth with people. If you're pulling teeth with them in the beginning of the friendship or relationship, soon, namaste, you're most likely going to be pulling teeth with them at the beginning of the relationship, or in the middle and end of the relationship. So why sign up for that? Why raise your hand to be like, I want to pull teeth in this relationship. I want to make it difficult for myself. But I don't know if you guys can relate to this. So, how do I want to say this? Ooh, there's lightning. I'm on the field of lightning. Love is a battlefield. All right, so here's a big one. I don't know if you can relate to this or not. I thoroughly, I'm going to say it one more time for extra emphasis. I thoroughly enjoy being open with people and having them be open with me. I realize that I don't want to say that's a non-negotiable, but I'm a very open person by my personality, by my nature. Actually, one of my mentors, I'm sharing so much tonight. One of my mentors said to me when I was doing some very, very intensive inner work and healing work over a few month period, she said to me, you realize your aura, right? The emanation of the chakras creates your aura. Your aura is always open. I go, what do you mean it's always open? She goes, it's always open. People are just invited in. Come on in. And I was like, I do that with everybody? She goes, yeah, you do that with everybody. That's why you get contaminated quickly. That's why you have all this congestion around you. That's why this, and this. And I was like, yeah, I guess there is a level of truth to that. So I used to look for people who were closed off. And you know what I said to myself? I'm going to be the one that opens that person up. I'm going to be the one that cracks through their shell and opens them up. And I have done that with many people, and many of those people, their lives have been transformed in ways that they could not even imagine. Not because I'm this great person, but because I know great information that I can point people to once they're open and receptive to connecting. So my big aha is, at this stage in my life, at this stage of my development, I enjoy connecting with people who are easy to connect with. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to get blood from a turnip. I'm not trying to get water from a stone. I'm wanting to experience something that's already there right off the bat. Does that make sense? Is that like I said with the comedian example, right off the bat when you're in the bar and somebody walks up to you, you know what? We're going to have a good connection with each other, or we're not. And I can think of a couple people in my life that they're good people, they're intelligent people, they're moral people, they're kind people. But you know what? Talking with them, conversing with them, exchanging energy, don't look at my candy bars, exchanging energy with them is like pulling teeth. And I realize I don't want that. I want smoothness. I want flow. I want to be able to express myself to the other person without them getting worked up, without them getting squirrely, without them getting upset, without being so sensitive. I think that's another part. That's another aspect of it, is of people who are not overly sensitive. Yeah, people who are not overly sensitive. I like that. I like somebody that can walk up to me. Like, I have a couple guy friends in our hot tech yoga, and whenever we see each other at the retreats, we smack each other's asses. And I don't mean once or twice. I mean relentlessly all day long for 3 or 4 days in a different city, to the point that our hands are hurting from hitting each other so hard and so often. But guess what? We love it. Like, it's our way of being affectionate with one another. It's our way of teasing each other. And we're not so overly sensitive, overly physically sensitive, or overly emotionally sensitive. So that's what I look for. I don't know if that's wrong. I don't know if that's superficial. I don't know if I'm not giving other people a chance to connect and be like, well, Christian, you got to meet people where they're at. It's like, true, I do have to meet people where they're at. But there are millions and billions of people on the planet. I don't have to meet everyone where they're at. Right? If they're a client and they're hiring me, I have to meet them where they're at. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I can choose to refer them out and not take them on as a client, right? That's also an option. But I'm grateful for all the clients that I do have, because they've made huge progress in their lives because they follow the simple instructions that have been given to them through our teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui. So basically, the takeaway, the nugget from today's talk is, you don't have to resonate with everyone. You don't have to connect with everyone. You don't have to be besties with everybody. And it's okay to be a little discerning and be like, you know what? I don't really connect with that person. And then you cut the cord and you move on. Versus trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. Is there such thing as a square hole? What about a square peg into a round hole? Yeah, that sounds better. I like that. So, do you guys have any questions, comments, clarifications before we end tonight's stream? I want to appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on. We're over at the Infinity Park, right across the street from my apartment complex in Denver, Colorado. Oh! For those of you who are looking for healing, feel free to go to ChristianRLong.com. It's my name, my finger's in the way. ChristianRLong.com. Sign up for a distant pranic healing session and coaching session. So we do energy coaching, we do pranic healing, 30 minutes, 1 hour total to transform your life. And if you got value out of tonight's stream, share it on your personal Facebook page, your private Facebook group, your professional fan page, whatever it is. Because if you got value out of it, I can almost guarantee you that your social circle is also going to get value out of it. It's really funny. There's a super teeny tiny girl running around here. Super tiny. Like maybe 2 feet tall. That's pushing it. Maybe 2 feet tall. Super teeny tiny shoes, little shorts, adorable. This cute little Mexican girl with like long hair, adorable little pinchable ears. And And it was funny because I took a picture of her to show a friend. And as I was taking a picture, she moved or something. And it's funny because it looks like she's the Flash. Like her face is blurred. And she looks like the Flash. Her dad was right in front of her, so she's running behind her dad. And her dad was like running super slow, but she was running as fast as she could and barely going anywhere. So cute. I love tiny kids. When my son was 2, it was like amazing. He was always dancing. He was always spinning around. He was jumping on the furniture. He was jumping from the furniture onto me, onto the floor, and then I would tickle him constantly. And I remember when he first started to learn how to talk, and I would hold him down. He has a little diaper on. And I'd hold him down and I'd tickle him, and he loved it. But then it came a point that Dad's tickling too much, so he would laugh, and then he would bring his hands close together, and then he would put his hands on my face, and he would say, "No mo, Daddy, no mo." It was so funny. I'm trying to remember. I tickled him when I saw him. I saw him in December in Sarasota, and we spent 5 days with each other, and that was funny, tickling him as a 13-year-old. Infinite store of energy. Oh yeah. 2-year-olds, I don't know, their basic chakra at the base of the spine is just like this, like spinning like 1,000,000 miles an hour, sucking in fresh energy, and just constantly go, 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 go. Like, it's amazing. Every 2-year-old I've ever seen, they're just nonstop batteries, like nuclear power plants. Patty, I'm a namaste. So, thank you guys for sharing your time with me, sharing your energy with me. Thank you for adding value to the stream by asking questions and making comments. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the other people that are on the stream appreciate it. Again, if you need healing, go to ChristianRLong.com. If you have any specific questions, message me on Facebook or email me at ChristianRLong@gmail, and I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon. Mital, namaste. You're late to the party, girl. You're going to have to watch the replay. And I'm going to head back to my crib and relax. Love you guys very, very much. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye. Yolanda got in the last bye. You're welcome, girl.